Mothers, you know what? I didn't realize it too. I actually was a hard-headed fella
Mm-hmm.
and had to learn the hard way. But mother is a hell of a backbone, man.
Whew.
When I tell you carry the load, I was like, nah, mom this, mom that.
Yeah.
She'll be all right, whatever. But no matter what time of trouble you in, man, that mom, I don't care. You could been on went crazy out there with some crap. She'll treat it just like you're innocent.
Yes, sir.
And you know you guilty.
That's that nurturing because
Right.
you're her baby.
Yeah, you know you don't did wrong. You foul like a mug. Heck her mom. She the fighting for you, fighting whip you.
Yeah.
And then she get home now. You tell me the truth. What did you do?
But never against you.
Yeah, man. I didn't realize that too. I really sat down and looked at some of the stuff me and my mom done.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at some stuff overall what I did before that. You know, no matter, my mom might chastise me, hit me in the mouth, ball a fist up, and, you know, hit me in the mouth. I'm like, okay, I'm gone.
Yeah.
But didn't realize what that was for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then I realized it later on down in life when we got even closer because we started staying together, man. And I'm like, man, wow. And then I was like, how can a man, not speaking of a woman, but a man can be so against a mother?
Yeah.
To where you fight your mother. I seen on the news guys would kill their mother. You know what I mean? I mean, honestly, and she'll swear you did nothing wrong. And I thought about that. I was like, man, what kind of man would hit a woman? And I was like, hell, I'm guilty of it myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to realize, man, this is what brought me through. This is the ground. You know, how can you plant a seed in the ground looking for something to grow beautiful, and you turn around and scroll?
Mental evolution, man. It's the
Man.
mindset evolution. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, it's like, man, some people just don't realize it, man. And, you know, like I was talking to my baby now, I said, man, you got to realize what you don't share with your mom today, you're going to hurt because you didn't get a chance to do it when you had all the opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
So why keep walking around like you pissed off at your mom for what? What does she do? She allow you to come from 0 to 40, 50, 60 years of life. But you pissed off at her about what? Man, dip that in the bud, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And go get with her, man. You know, the day's gonna miss. And then you're gonna look up again, there's no one there. You're gonna be able to go to say, I'm sorry, will you forgive me? Well, I bought you this, I brought you that, you know. Well, to me, it's different for me, man. Losing a mother or having a mother versus a father, it's different. You can't go to dad and get that damn hug and comfort. He's like, man, get up out of here.
Yeah.
What you doing?
Get.
You know what to do. Be tough.
Yeah.
Get strong.
Yeah.
But a mom will take you all the way back, man. You know, from what we know as today's dictionary or encyclopedia, but she'll take you all the way back to the ground roots and bring you up, man, and help you remind what you're doing, what you shouldn't be doing, and you know it's wrong, but yet and still, as she comes.
Supportive,
no matter what you did, how you doing, it don't matter. She's there. Like, man, yeah, I love the time we shared together, man. If I could do it all over again, I will.
Oh yeah, man.
You know, and I take advantage of my sisters to keep them in that same stride, you know, and to see exactly where we need to be and what my job is as a man to protect that. You know what I'm saying? That's anybody out there, any moms out there, man.
Correct.
What can you do to protect it now? You got some out there very aggressive, you know, could cuss you out like running up the race, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then you got some out there, man, need that they don't get. You know, you see it every day in the streets, man. You know, and it's just some of the place you go, how people treat certain women. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. That's why I say every day it's a Mother's Day. You know, ain't nothing one day special. I'm gonna treat you like a queen on the throne, and the mama treat you like a mop handler in the streets. You know what I mean? None of that. None of that. It's every day, man.
You know, and I would say, man, you know, and I would say every woman that I've come in contact with in my life, you know, friend, family, loved ones, I want to say thank you for taking care of the children. Thank you for taking care of those youth around you and providing that nurturing environment. I could never take that away from you regardless. But I want to praise them and say thank you.
Yeah.
You know, thank you. Thank you for allowing them to be a priority in your life. You know, above anything that we encounter, right? And I would say society, Jed, to have a mother that's not nurturing, it has to be how that environment conditioned them to live, right? Because you have to fight that natural instinct to nurture as a mother, and sometimes the environments we live, that's a part of survival.
Change it.
Of saying, hey, I'm not going to be nurturing with you. Yeah. Actually, you're in my way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that has to be a painful life, because it's fighting that good within that was God given, right?
That's right.
So you're 100% correct. We as not only men but ladies, we have to honor our mothers no matter what, because no human is perfect.
None.
But just love them for who they are, right? Yeah. And without them, we wouldn't be here. We gotta say that's the bottom line, because they had to go through birth, labor, carrying us for however many months, and closing the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's true.
That's
true.
They had to close the deal for us to be here.
Yeah.
So we meant something to them.
Yeah. And you know that extra energy, man, well, a young lady don't realize she's grown up to be big mama. She is grown up to be big mama. Don't realize she's combative. You can't tell her nothing. She's running around like her head cut off. And next thing you know, she become that nurturer. It's that big mama girl. You running. Okay, well, listen, mama, drop the kids off about 30 minutes. I'll be right back. You know that ain't true.
Yeah, they gonna be here a minute.
Mama raising pure hell at you. But she turn around and say, come on in here, baby. Have you ate? Come on in so you can eat. You know. And
take them clothes off. Let me wash them for you. Let me get them nice and clean.
Turn around. You end up being the same thing, man. So a lot of kids need to sponge on that, especially the women.
And think about it. So you say that, right? The funny part is the person dropping the child off know they're gonna be taken care of.
Yeah.
Say, hey man, you looking rough. Let me drop you off with mama.
Yeah. She'll get you right. So when I get back, you'll be ready.
Yeah. Brand spanking new.
Yeah. Show up 2 or 3 days later. Son and I having a ball. He ain't trying to go back home with you. I'm staying with big mama. You go ahead, mama. I'm good.
Don't pick me up, no.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot that she have to carry, man. It's a lot, man.
So and it's funny that you say that, because that goes right into the book I wrote, The Cultural Conditioning, where we try to live the way we think we should based on our culture, our environments, right?
Right.
Based on the media feeding us, and then at some point you give up. And that's the point where they become big mama.
Yeah.
They say, man, that's a losing battle. I give up. And then automatically, that God-given nurturing comes back. Yeah, damn handsome. You know, that God-given nurturing just automatically, and it comes full power.
Yeah.
And I think that role is automatically accepted. Like you said, like, hey, you know, come on.
Yeah.
You know, I was a hell raiser for the past 40 years. 50 years, but guess what? I'm cooking, I'm washing clothes, I'm advising, right?
The same thing she tried to teach you when you was 9 to what, 15?
Yeah.
No, you didn't see that.
Yeah. What you're saying is they're saying the same things that their mama and parents are telling them that they ignored. Now they're giving the same advice to the youth.
The same thing.
So they heard it all.
Yeah, they heard it now. But the thing is how much they pay attention to it.
Ain't nobody doing that.
Ran on out the door. Okay, well, yeah, I'm going to do this. And then you get smart at the mouth.
Yeah.
Then you get smacked down, guess what? Now you look up at yourself and say, dog, same thing my dog doing to me, I did to mama. All right, let me change. Let me try to structure this better. Yeah, that's why I say, man, a mother carry a hell of a load. You know, dad do too, don't get me wrong, but he don't go through that kind of pain.
Yeah, because dad's Dad's not always making sure your nose clean.
Right.
Not, that your drawers clean. Dad just wants you that product up here.
Yeah.
Let me organize this a little bit.
Yeah, that's where you want to go.
Yeah.
Go for it. You'll learn at the end.
Yeah. Go ahead and fall off the porch.
Yeah.
And mom is like, no, don't go off the porch.
That's right. Steps getting higher, boy. Keep stepping down now. Mom guide you all the way down.
All the way down.
Walk you through.
That is right. Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna share this with you, man. I remember one day we was up at the gym. We was up there playing ball, and some guys, they were from Philly.
Mm-hmm.
They visited somebody in Greenville, Sterling, whatever. And man, we was in there, playing ball, and I ended up getting into it with this guy. We ended up getting into it in the gym. So as I'm fighting him, some other guy, like Jim Lee Slap and all them guys that was from Sterling, we ended up fighting these guys from Philly. And one of the older guys that hung out with us, he goes to my house and tell my mom, Jeff up there fighting in the gym. I don't notice to the end.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I see the car pull up out the front door, because we don't want from in the gym, and we outside scrapping and going on. I looked around, I'm like, wonder what my mom doing up here. She done jumped out the car, and man, she went off on all of us. Me, Jim Lee, Gooball, Slap Down. She just went off and told Gooball, now this is a community center everybody go to. She then close that gym and get to the house. He said, yes, man. And then man, it was funny, man, to see that. And I think about, like, man, how in the world? And I'm like, man, how she know we was up and fighting? I wouldn't have told her, man, because I thought y'all were going to kill them boys. I said, man, you don't get, But, man, just to say that, man, that just goes to say, man, because the time we got home, she told us, I already done cook some hot dogs and hamburgers, so
Yeah.
Y'all want some there, I got it in there. I was like, what the world?
Yeah.
But she was there, which I didn't need her, but I know what it was. She came up there. She gonna chastise all of us.
Yeah.
But, man, I'm talking about, man, we was in our 20s, and this took place. Just that mother doing her job.
And you know what, Jed? That goes right directly into, it takes a community.
Yeah.
To raise.
True.
And that's what he did. He was part of the community. He said, man, I can't do anything with this, but let me get with somebody that he should know better than acting like this with.
I know who's gonna make him stop.
That's right. It takes a community.
Go get his mom. I'm like, what the world? I always said, man, what? We laugh about that a lot too, man. We look back and laugh at that. I'm like, man, yeah, she came up there and jumped out the car like she might have been the police or something, and threatened all of us. We had to leave and close the gym. I'm talking about, it had to be like 4:30, 5 o'clock. This is time everybody come shoot basketball. But I was like, man, this is crazy. But that's what our moms do. She'll fight that battle, and she'll make sure that you fighting the right battle versus just being hard-headed towards what you shouldn't be doing anyway. But
you are correct. Okay, now since you said that, we're talking about community, right? So what do you think the community role, local community, like we don't have to go on the national community, the local community, I'm talking about, let's say 25-mile radius. No, let's go a little smaller than that. 10-mile radius. Because we used to walk 10 miles.
Yeah.
Back in the day, easy, right?
Right.
And we knew everything within that 10-mile radius.
Right.
And radius.
Right.
Like east, north, west, south. We knew everything within that. So what do you think the role of the local community needs to own? Right? We need to own the local community as our age or a little younger, right? Or even I won't say elected officials elected. I'll say the volunteers in the community, like the ones that go to the centers, the ones that's volunteering to make sure some people got coats on.
Yeah.
Man, how do we start to kind of evolve that ownership back into the local folks? Because this is, man, it's so far away now. Why? Don't say anything to my child, or
Right.
the internet is raising me.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you something. When I worked for the community center within 10 miles.
Well, let me let everybody know now. Jed is an advocate for giving back to the community, man. Doing things to try to make the community better. That's one thing, hey, that he does. You know, and he definitely has passion in. So, okay, go ahead.
All right, so when I worked for one in the Butler, I would get off from work, go there in the afternoons, after school program kids. We would do stuff, right? So the stuff that we did then, I try to make sure even that little first grader,
Okay.
had somebody to help them with their homework. You know, if it's just coloring in the lines. The teacher mom all the way up to the high school kids. We made sure that they had somebody in there helping. The biggest thing was, man, the seniors that need the community center, they didn't have it. So we started doing other stuff in the community center that for the seniors, because we knew that the older ladies there, they was going to teach our kids or they babysit our kids.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying the seniors, as in the 50, 60,
Yes.
70-year-old, they didn't have any programs to support them.
None.
Man, you know what, Jed? That's crazy cool, because that has never even crossed my mind.
Yeah.
It's been mostly youth focused.
Right. So we didn't get it in the church, okay? Most of the time the seniors had to get it in the church activities, right? So let's bring the senior citizens to the community centers and let them have a chance to do what? Get to know these kids in the community, walking up and down the street, you know, get to know them. So when they pass by their porch or whatever, they get to say, "Hey, Miss Johnson,
I know
whoever."
you.
Yeah, I remember you. And you get to go to their house and share still stuff with them, right? So we started a program like that, man. And I think, man, we went from 5 senior citizen, man, to it seemed like 60
Wow.
every day, man.
Every day. You know what? That's crazy cool, because I have not seen a program like that in my life.
Yeah. And I had one lady say, "Well, young man, you like you lift weights." I said, I lift every now and then. She said, "Well, how can I get muscle like that?" I said, "You know what? I got something for you." Took him in an old center, in the back of the center back there, and set some treadmills up and a little cable exercise thing. You know, they can sit there and pull it down. I said, "Now we're gonna start off slow." And I promise you, man, that program turned around within months, man.
Wow.
And then and the people got upset. The other community center said, "Well, wait a minute. Our seniors gonna do that too." I said, "I tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a challenge. We're gonna have a challenge versus this community center versus yours."
Keep talking.
And we took it all the way around about within the 10-mile radius. We took it all the way around, man. Then I'm talking about, well, the older ladies would get out there, man. Wasn't no such thing as sewing or niching anything, you know what I mean? Wasn't no stuff like that. It was based on their talent that they had before. We just brought it back out. We brought it back out, man, and we had them out there,
What
man,
year
having
was
a ball.
this?
This was back in like 92 on up.
Wow.
Yeah, man. We had a program, and I can give Sterling community a shout out, man, because some of the older people I grew up with over there, are still doing the same stuff over in Sterling. Sterling community got activity for us, feeding the clothing, some kind of activity on the buses going places. But yeah, we did it a lot, man. And you know, they like, why didn't we think of this? So I don't know. But one thing you gotta remember, you got to give that lady back something. It ain't always got to be money. You got to give her something back to make her feel more appreciated than giving her money. And that's what we done, man. We gave out little ribbons, little trophies, and to see older women have a ball just from feeling that joy, the energy. That lady had no legs, man, and she would wait till I get there for me to put on the bus.
Like, what big fella at?
Well, I got to put you on the bus. She said, "I like how you hug, man," you know.
Yes,
and all the seniors and the ladies would just crack up with that, you know.
Yeah.
They loved that, man.
Flirting with no legs.
Yeah.
I love it, man. That's all that spirit, though. That's that spirit within.
And she told me, she said, "You know what?
You
It
don't
makes
need
my
legs,
day.
man. Yeah, you don't need
It
legs to
makes
do
my
it.
day, man. I was like, wow, I ain't never thought about that, but she would be there when I get out of work and get to the cylinders. There she is.
Like, where you at? I'm waiting on you.
They be like, Mr. No, when you come on so we can leave, cause she waiting on you. I was like, all right, I'm coming. But yeah, man. Yeah, it got to where the money that would start being donated through the community centers, they start going to bowling, movie nights, you know, restaurants, certain things. And I can tell you, man, when I was driving for the postal service throughout the day running express mail, certain time of the day or morning, we're gonna say from 8:30 to about 12 or 1, it's all senior citizen time. They are out there on the road.
So what age were you? What age?
I was in my 40s.
No, not you. But what age was the program designed around?
Oh, from 50 to 70.
50 to 70.
50 to 70 years old. You know. And that's what we done. I mean, you wouldn't believe. Matter of fact, the lady that I started over at one in the Butler. She started one over at David Hellum. She's down in Centerville now. And I happened to see her walking the track one day. We was out there moving back some brush off the creek bank. And she saw me and she had a fit. She said, oh my God, you down here? She said, you down doing program? I said, no, I'm just down just regular working now. But yeah, she said, I took your idea to Centerville. She said, we got a community center down, we do everything.
And you seen her win?
I saw her down since I've been working for Centerville.
Yeah.
I saw her last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She was walking the track. And she just happened to see me. And she just kept looking. And I didn't know it wasn't. And I heard one of the co-workers speak to her. And I was like, James? Really? And I looked again and it was her. Yeah.
You see my brain always going like,
Yeah. And she doing. She's down there now with the pro. She said, I got so many seniors down here. I don't know what to do. I said, open for another center. She said, no. I got to turn people down because they want to be a part of the activities. I said, open up another center. Don't let them go like that. She said, I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
But see, that's where, you know what, you say something, but that's our natural instinct.
Right.
Instead of sharing, we hold it and it don't get to go to full capacity or capability that it can reach.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I think that's a beautiful thing, man.